today is the day where you fix your Wix. It's time for it. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. How you doing today? I grabbed a stamina potion and I said, okay, we need to help everybody fix their Wixwell teams because I've gotten a lot of messages saying my team is broken and it doesn't work now. And I think that I have a very good solution. So before we jump into this, Mbus and Fluffy, big shout out to you two. Thank you guys for helping me out behind the scenes. We've been collabing and talking about all of this stuff. Mbus has a nice Wixwell team, and he's done a lot of work on it and answering a lot of questions that I had so that I could put all of this information together for you. Fluffy, thank you so much for hooking us up, and he's been really helpful as well. Now, we are on a completely different account here. We are on my dude OG Hot Pockets account because he was having some problems with his clan boss team. And I thought that that would be the perfect combination. We'll slap it all together in a clan boss sandwich and we will talk about some fixes. Okay, so the very first thing, let's jump back over to that clan boss screen and let's talk about his team. This is an early game account, but he is going to have a very nice roster. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's talk about his team. So if we come over here, I will say you can get to gold 5 whenever you want to, and I highly encourage you to do that. It will be very helpful. So here is his team. He's using Owella as the increased speed champion, and that's going to be key. In the team that I'm going to suggest, I think that High Katoon is an easy replacement, and we might end up putting her in the team instead. If I can get it working with the Owella setup, then I'm just going to keep that, but otherwise we're going to go to High Katoon. Lady Mikage can be any buff extender, and Hellborn Sprite can be any buff extender. Obviously, you need Wixwell for the Wixwell team to work, and it is preferred to have Ninja because he's going to do crazy damage. All we want to do is have an auto 1 key for Ultra Nightmare, and we should be able to do that still with this setup. I think that the key, based on everything I know about the situation, the key is going to be that kind of 2-for-1 speed tune where we're taking a lot of turns. Lady Mikage is going to be awesome for that also because she, on her turns, is giving us more damage as well as those buff extensions. Now, before we get into this, if your team is not working, here's a good reason why it might not be working. And that is this mastery right here, Rapid Response. Now, on Wixwell, it is totally fine to run Cycle of Magic, but on some of your other champions, it is not going to be fine to run Cycle of Magic. So, those are the masteries plus Arcane Celerity that give us the most trouble in Clan Boss, and those are the ones that you want to avoid. So the very first thing that we're going to do here to try to fix his team is we are going to just change the masteries. Let me scoot over, but obviously we're going to be doing War Master here as our tier 6. Our typical Clan Boss mastery over here, War Master. So let's get the new masteries in there and see if that just fixes the team. Whenever your team is broken, just change one thing, see if that works, and then change the second thing. Okay, so I love, personally, the lasting gifts. I love it. I really do. But I want to make sure that that's not interfering. So we went and took this off and went with what we know works. And that is going to be these masteries. So let's jump over and try it. Okay, so Ultra Nightmare, Battle, and I guess we're going to just use some keys. I don't like it, but also we want to make sure our process is efficient. So let's just see if that's the only thing. No, 42. We did make it to turn 64, so that's a thing. I think it's going to be Owella as well. So I think that we need to make some changes there also. One of the main reasons why I like using the team as well is because it brings it to the top, puts all the champions together. And I think that we're going to need to do the same thing with Masteries here. He has Cycle of Magic, and I think that that is breaking the speed tune. She's going to just be boosting the team out of sequence. So we're going to change that and probably put Lore of Steel, because I don't know if we're going to be able to get over to Lore of Steel. We'll just put Wrath of the Slain or something in there and call it a day. Okay, like that. I was hoping I wasn't going to have to change the masteries, because that free mastery reset can be so helpful down the line when you change champions from one team to a different team. But, you know, that Cycle of Magic, I think, is really putting us out of whack. So I'm really grateful that we actually have some keys in the inbox. We're going to have to use those, and then we're going to see. Now, no, not Hydra, but I do have a second video coming out today. That's a good plug for that. It's going to come out at 7 p.m. EST, and it's a sweet collab with JGigs. So make sure that you are checking that out. I also, while I'm here, I want to check the AI, because I'm wondering if that is going to be part of the problem as well. Let me get the AI set, because I don't think there is one. Okay, here we go. So we got Wixwell. We need to open here on this A3, and then we need to prioritize the shield growth. Lady Mikage is faster than him, so she needs to open A3. Hellborn Sprite needs to open A1. Ninja can just do his thing. And Owella needs to prioritize this duration, the buff increase. And then 2 on the her turn meter boost. Okay, so that should do it. And if not, then I don't think this team is going to work on Ultra Nightmare. So let's lock in here and see if those quick changes... No, that's not it. We made it to turn 60. So I think that Owella is the problem, and we're going to change her out for Haikatoon. I'm going to might change some speeds as well. I'm going to next diagnose the speeds, and then we're going to see what the recommended speeds are from the Clan Boss collaboration group, and go from there. I just think that Owella is the problem, and she's boosting us too much. If you run this team and you use Owella in this spot, send me a message and let me know. But otherwise, we're going to come over here and switch to Haikatoon. So let me get on that, and you can kind of see the thought process and the build and all of these working out the problems in real time. Okay, another thing has appeared that I think is going to be pretty crucial. On total stats here, we have 4,500 defense, and at first glance, that doesn't seem too bad. But when I take a look at the gear, we have an attack percentage chest here. And we did have defense percent gloves, but, you know, we could be working a lot more defense in here. So if I come over to the preset manager, I have found a higher defense build, which is going to allow us to build our shields a lot faster. Now, I think that we want to be up in the 246 range. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to glyph this a little bit here. And that should bring us closer to where we want to be. That is 244. And actually, do we have any clan boss things to deal with here? We don't. Okay, good. Good. So let's go ahead and equip this. You know what, though? Before I do that, maybe I should save the previous build as well. That would be a great idea. And that way, we can easily switch between them if needed. So, I think that we do probably want a couple more speed than that. So, let's just put a little glyph on here as well. We'll just hit the 2 easily. All right, so that was the speed that kind of worked. We have a little bit of an offset, a little bit of a perception set. Later on, if we can get the same stats, maybe we can get an accuracy banner, or maybe we can put a higher blessing on something. I don't know, but we want to make sure that the clan boss team works, and then we'll worry about making him usable in more than one area of the game. Okay, so certainly one of the problems here was Ninja's accuracy. That is just way too low. 140 accuracy. We're not gonna be doing the damage we should be doing. And also, unfortunately, his speed was way too high. So we are going to have to lower it. What I did was I saved the previous build over here in case he wants to switch back and forth. But with this build, we were able to get a significant amount of damage on here. So I like it, personally. I want to say we need this one. Yes, okay, perfect. That will give us the preset that we're looking for here with the accuracy and the speed and utilizing our sweet pinpoint gear. All right, so continuing with the build. Okay, not sure where I left off here, honestly, but let's take a look at where we're at here. Okay, Wixwell, 246, Lady MtgJedi, 270, and Hellborn dropped down to 228. Ninja dropped down to 194, and Haikatoon blisteringly fast at 291. And then I'm going to have the speed ranges as well. I'm going to get that set up so I can put that on the website with this team. And then also, I think we might need to be a little bit faster with Haikatoon. But in our testing, everything was working well at these speeds. So I'm going to monitor that. But we might need to go up like 5, 6 more speed on Haikatoon. And everybody else can go a bit higher, which is nice. So like, for example, if he gets some nice, what is the pinpoint gear for MtgJedi, he could increase her speed a bit, and that would be helpful and still work. So let's, now that we have the masteries fixed, I'm going to get all of the visuals for you guys, and then we're going to run the team and see how it goes. Okay, so here is the speed ranges that we have come up with here. Wixwell 243 to 259, Haikatoon 296 to 316, Buff Extender 1, 264 to 284, 2, 222 to 242, Ninja 171 to 215, and 190 to 222 if you want to use someone else. Now, there's also some other information here, and this will be a full write-up on my website. So if you have not checked that out, head over to MtgJedi.com. You can see all of this information there in an article format, as well as the other teams that I recommend. If you can't make this team work, I recommend other block damage unkillable teams, as a lot of times they're easier to build than this, but I actually think this is maybe the easiest the easiest killable team? I don't know how to say it, but this is the easiest team that's not block damage and unkillable, in my opinion. Okay, Ultra Nightmare. We got to select the correct team. That would help us. And then we're going to go ahead and run it. We're doing some testing too to see if we can put Haikatoon as the speed lead. If that is confirmed while I'm recording this, I'll include it in the video. But otherwise, it'll be on the website as well. So I think that we can put Haikatoon in the lead and lower the speeds, and that would be really helpful for a lot of people. So, but either way, this is the one we're going with right now, and hopefully everything's good to go, because I don't want to use any more resources. Well, baloney. Okay, I got some things to figure out, and then I'll tell you what the problem was. Ah, there we go. Clan boss turns 102. We did not make it to the turn limit, but we have unlocked our damage that we need in order to 1 key. And that is the most important part. I think that I really wanted this to work without a shield set, and unfortunately, that is just not going to be the case. So we only had really one shield set on the account, and it is not good. So the more we progress this account, the more we upgrade this shield set and the HP on her and stuff, I think that this could improve even more. So these are kind of like the minimum stats. Here's the new stats for her. Again, not really that thick, so that could definitely be improved, but putting that shield set on her and switching that from Oella was really kind of the thing that we needed to do. So I think that'll do it for me here today. Let me know what you think about this team. Is this going to help you improve your Wixwell setup? Did this give you the information you needed in order to get your one key working again? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.